Speaker, this is a rather esoteric, hard to understand, but I think I've finally seen the light underneath the surface here. This bill is about wrapping geothermal into Chapter 182, which basically says if you find gold under your backyard, it belongs to the state. If you find oil in your backyard, it belongs to the state. And this is an attempt to bring geothermal into the resources and the minerals of the state. The problem I have with it, other than believing that your backyard, your castle, and those resources are your own, is that this is going to increase probably the taxes, fees, and heretofore the cost of cheap electricity by geothermal to make it more expensive. Mr. Speaker, we need this source of geothermal to be as least expensive as possible, and right now geothermal energy is the least expensive, but if we wrap it around this category in Chapter 182, it's going to make it be regulated, taxed, feed, etc., like any other resource. The difficulty of this bill, you can see if we were in Texas or Alaska or even California when the 49ers had the gold rush, when they say, well, wait, you can't take that gold, it belongs to the state. In effect, what we're doing now with geothermal, saying if you got geothermal on your land, it's not yours, just like all the other resources. For those reasons, Mr. Speaker, and I would gladly yield to anyone who can say that this is not what it is in the interpretation, because it's not really apparent what they're up to, but the way I read it and the way that some of us see it, it probably is not a good move for the future. So I hope somebody can rebut what I've just said. Thank you, Speaker.
Thank you very much, Representative. Further discussion, members? If not, then Representative Awana.
Mr. Speaker, all majority members vote aye.
Thank you very much. And Representative Fukumoto?
Mr. Speaker, all minority members vote aye with the exception of Representatives Ward, McDermott, and Fale.
Thank you very much. Said bill pass third reading. And Representative Saiki?
Mr. Speaker, I move for the adoption of Standing Committee Report number 635 and 636 as listed on page 3, and that the accompanying House concurrent resolutions be referred to the Committee on Finance. Okay.
Representative Awana.
Mr. Speaker, I second the motion.
It has been moved and seconded. Standing Committee Report number 635, HCR number 5, discussion. Yes, Representative Awana.
Mr. Speaker, I'd like to request a ruling on a potential conflict of interest.
State your conflict.
My family owns Kuleana lands.
No conflict.
Thank you.
Further discussion on this measure? If none, then Standing Committee Report number 636, HCR number 25, discussion. If none, then call for the vote. Oh, yes, I'm sorry, Representative Jordan.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, on StanCom 636.
Yes, please
Please register my no vote.
So ordered, Representative. Further discussion, members? If not, then we call for the vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Representative Hano, I didn't see you. Please proceed on 636.
636, Kako'o Ole, no vote.
So ordered. All right, members, I'm going to take my time and survey you all. Yes, Representative Fale.
With reservations, Mr. Speaker.
So ordered. Further discussion? If there's none, then call for the vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed say nay. Motion is carried. Representative Saiki.
Mr. Speaker, I move for the adoption of Standing Committee Report number 637 as listed on page 3, and that the accompanying House concurrent resolution be adopted.
Representative Awana.
Mr. Speaker, I second the motion.
It has been moved and seconded. Any discussion on Standing Committee Report number 637, HCR number 14? Discussion. Yes, Representative Hano.
Ke kune iau me ke kako'oloa ma ke ia pila. I stand in strong support to this measure. O ke ia pila e ho'opolo le ka noho ana me ka ola ana no na kanaka maoli. This bill corrects the Native Hawaiians' lifestyle and also their health issues, because this is having food for the table. Mahalo.
Thank you very much, Representative. All right, members, further discussion on this measure? Yes, Representative Fale.
Mr. Speaker, just in strong support
Please proceed.
This measure for indigenous peoples is very important, especially those of Polynesia and the Pacific Islands, because it allows a opportunity for people to reconnect with a lot of the heritage which is connected with the sea turtle, and I think this will go a long way in helping to reconnect Hawaiian people, especially with the culture associated with the turtle, and will help preserve Hawaiian culture, Mr. Speaker.
Okay, thank you very much. Further discussion? Yes,
Mr. Speaker?
Representative Hall.
Thank you. In strong support. And
Please
very
proceed.
briefly, first of all, I want to thank the Chair of Ocean Marine Resources and Hawaiian Affairs for getting this measure out. As the former Vice Chair of Waterland and Ocean Resources, we had tried for many years to get this out, and so I want to commend her for moving out such an important resolution. In addition, Mr. Speaker, may I request permission to enter written comments into the journal?
So ordered,
Thank you.
Representative. All right, further discussion, members. If there's none, then
Mr. Speaker.
yes, Representative Chris Lee.
Thank you. Just with respect to the chair, as just in opposition, I'd like to insert written comments and just note that the current breeding population is still at less than 20% of what constitutes a stable breeding population, and this may be premature at this time. Thank you.
All right, Representative, thank you very much. Representative Hano, you wish to say something? Representative Woolley.
Thank you. Same request.
So on. All right, Representative Hano.
Just a slight rebuttal.
Please proceed.
They're talking about the premature of the recovery of the Honu, which is a misconcept because we do have a lot of imbalances within the ocean, primarily because we have a lot of turtles. Now the turtles are swimming up into the rivers and eating all the foliage there because they do not have any food in the ocean, and they have to compete with everybody else for their food. So it's been creating a lot of imbalances, and to me, we need to manage it, and this is where this bill is going. It's a management plan. It is not to take all and for indigenous people to eat all the turtle. This is more of putting things back into perspective of how things should have been. Because we do a lot of federal mandate types of laws, and then it upsets our ecosystems. So our ecosystems right now is being upset because of these laws. So in order to put it back in perspective, from an indigenous point of view, we need to manage it, and also part of the management is to capture and also to provide food for our tables. Mahalo.
All right, Representative, thank you very much. And Representative Awano.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Rise in support, and I'd like to ask that the words of the representative from Puna be entered into the journal as if they were my own.
So ordered.
And I'd also like to request to allow to add additional comments into the journal.
Please, yes.
Thank you.
So ordered, Representative. Representative Cabanillo.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, in support, and I would like the words of my colleague from Puna to be entered to the records as if they were my own.
So ordered,
Thank you.
Representative. And Representative Tokeoka.
Same request, Mr. Speaker.
So ordered, Representative.
Thank you.
Further discussion, members. Representative Owen.
Please note my opposition. And no
Okay.
comments.
Okay. So ordered, Representative.
Speaker,
Yes, Representative Marcus Oshiro.
in strong support, may the words of the representative from Puna be recorded as my own.
So ordered,
Thank
Representative.
you very much.
Further discussion, members.
Mr.
Yes,
Speaker?
Representative Hall.
Still in strong support, and may I please request that the words of the Chair of Ocean Marine Resources and Hawaiian Affairs be entered into the journal as if they were my own.
So ordered, Representative. Further discussion, members. If there's none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed? Motion is adopted. Clerk, any introductions of resolutions?
Mr. Speaker, there are no resolutions for action. May all others be referred to print.
Thank you very much. Members, any announcements?
Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Representative Nakashima.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'd like to invite all members to join us for a reception with the Honolulu Chinese JCs in room 329 upstairs, immediately following session. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Representative. Yes, Representative Ward.
And after they do that, Speaker, they're invited to the fellowship luncheon in room 437. Thank you.
Okay, we got 2 lunches to go to. All right, Representative. Any further announcements? If none, then Representative Owana, so let me just say this: the House will be in recess from Thursday, February 21st, through Wednesday, February 27th. Representative Owana.
Mr. Speaker, I move that this House stand in recess, adjourned.
House stands adjourned.
Until 12 noon Thursday, February 28th.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Representative Fukumoto.
Mr. Speaker, I second the motion.
Thank you very much. The House will be adjourned until Thursday, February 28, 2013. House is adjourned.
Aloha. The House session has adjourned for the day. Session will convene on Thursday, February 28th at 12 noon. The House session has adjourned for the day. Session will convene on Thursday, February 28th at 12 noon. Mahalo.